Okay, let's keep it rolling. So I want to pause real quick and I said let's keep it rolling, and now I'm pausing. Just want to talk real quick about like my feedback about the game so far. I'm having fun. I really enjoy this actually. I do. So like some of the things that I'm concerned about is half the things in this game can't be used until you're level 2, and you can't become level 2 until you complete all these level 1 quests. Like, to me, it feels like most of the game is played with half the stuff shackled or locked. And by the time I get to level 2, I've already partially completed some of my level 2 quests just by default. And so, there's a part of me that's like feeling like, I got these like awesome items, but I can't use them. And I'm not going to be able to use them for most of the game. And I can't buy anything beyond a common item because even the uncommon items require level 2 minimum. And then you have rare, and then you have epic. I mean, it just goes on and on. And so I would say that my gripe right now is I feel like I'm playing most of the game with my hands cuffed. I don't even have my level 1 skills. Now, we clearly showed that you can use Enlightenment to get level 1 skills. I only have 3 of these, so it's not much. You are allowed to level up to level 2 at any time. You just have to have, I think, 4 of these to do the level up. And then, of course, it takes both of your actions. That's a tall order. So, anyways, that's my issue so far. Is I feel like, what's the difference between my hunter and my paladin? Nothing. They both go next to the monster. They both attack the monster the exact same way. It's just that the hunter gets, if it's the blue range warfare, he gets a bonus. She gets a bonus to her roll. The paladin gets a bonus to his roll if it's the red sword warfare. That's the only difference. The weapons they have don't make a difference. Nothing makes a difference. And that's, I think, my gripe, is it's too, the distinctions between these different classes of characters isn't very much. Now, when does the distinction become apparent? Well, once I start getting skills. Like if she had her bow abilities, right now, she would be awesome, right? Because she would be very different than him. But she doesn't, and he doesn't. So neither of them have their skills or abilities unlocked. And that's what I'm talking about. Is it just feels samey. Like every character is the same type of character. All I'm worried about is which warfare are they best at. And if anything, that's too simple for me. Now, the thing is Roger put it all in here. Like, these awesome items are here. Those skills that differentiate them are here. It's just that we can't use them. So, if anything, I would just, from my feedback is I personally believe that the character should start with the level 1 skills from the start. That's just me. And if I were to tweak this, I would say start on the hard difficulty level instead of normal, but give everybody their level 1 academy skills. So you're giving yourself an advantage, and then you're also giving yourself a disadvantage at the same time. That's what I would recommend. But obviously, play your own game and see what you think. But for me, I'm not. I want to go and grab these treasure chests because the loot, once you find it, it's yours forever, and you can always sell these. I mean, it's $700. I don't know if they buy it for $700 as well, but you could sell these and get money. It's so awesome. Why would I sell that? I guess if I found a second one, then I would sell it. Sorry, I'm drinking some coffee here. Also, I am learning. We need to go get those treasure chests because they do, I think, respawn. The treasure chests do. So we want to get them all before we finish this level 1 quest. So that part is important. We really want to do the mining. The mining is such a huge part of this game. And of course, that hasn't fanned out either. So Anyways, back to regular scheduled programming. We're in the upkeep phase. There's no afflictions. Really, we're just putting initiative tokens out, so let's do that. So I was getting ready to attack this Guardian, but the Guardian is now on the other end of the map. I'm going to activate our Knight first, because we need to kill the minion that just went into raid mode. And I forgot to put the raid token on that minion, so... Or no, I did. And then we're going to activate our Cleric second, because she's got to kill the other minion who's in raid mode. So we're going to go raid hunting first. And then, since the Guardian is pretty far away, I'm thinking let's try to get that Mystery Chamber thing going. We got all three heroes here. And so let's look at who has the most essence. It's the Archer. So I'm going to give the Archer the number 3 spot. Then the Archer is going to rally the Mage and the Rogue to help go into that chamber and get the Mystery Chamber. Let's try that, right? We do have a treasure chest we can also try to get, but maybe we can do that later. Let's see if we can get into that Mystery Chamber. So the we'll make the Wizard 4. And actually, you know what? We might just let the Wizard and the Archer take care of the Mystery Chamber. And then the Rogue, oh, put that as 5. Maybe it can handle the treasure chest itself. And then last but not least will be our Paladin, who is sort of over here roaming around. But we'll do some exploring with him. If anything, he needs a torch so he can get some more movement points. And another lesson learned, I think you need to give a torch to whoever has the pickaxe, because he's got to move around to explore all these mining sites. Okay, so after that, the thing that always throws me off is when I assign who's going to go first, I'm ready to now take my turn. But now there's like 2 whole phases we got to go through before we can do that. The first one here is the encounter. An event. Out of nowhere, a huge demonic face materializes before each of the heroes and begins to speak. You should never have stepped upon these unholy grounds. Let me bring you deeper into my lair. Okay, he keeps saying these are fun. With that, a massive red spinning vortex appears. Each hero must test Evade 15 to avoid being enveloped. If they succeed, they remain where they are. If they fail, the result is the spawn point where the hero has been teleported. Oh, gosh. So at least we don't take damage, but we move to the spawn points, which could put us all across the map. Oh, this is awful. All right, and then you got to get a 15. That's not a small number. All right, so evade 15. Let's just start at number 1. Who's number 1? Our Knight. His evade skill is a 2. So there's a 3. He failed. So, oh no, we got the raiding minion that is going to get away now. Oh, come on. And here's our 1d8. I rolled a 4, so, oh, the 5 is there, the 4, so he just got bumped all the way back to here. Useless spot. I mean, at least they could have put him somewhere better. Now we go to 2. This is the Cleric. Again. Oh, she rolled a 19. She's a boss. She had a +2 as well, by the way. 3. The Archer gets a +2. That failed. So the Archer is not going to be able to go into that room we were talking about. I rolled an 8. So the Archer is now down here. At least it's not near anything. Next is number 4, which is the Mage. Gets a +2. There's a 15, so the Mage is fine. Next is the Rogue. Yeah, the Rogue. Rolled a 14. She gets a +2 though, so she's fine. And then next is the Paladin. I rolled a 6. He only got a +1, so he failed. And he goes to the 3. which, oh gosh, where's the 3? Here's 1. There's 2. The 3's got to be up here somewhere. Oh no. It's occupied. So he can't go somewhere that's occupied. So we got to roll again. One of the minions is sitting on 3. It doesn't say what to do. I'm going to vote that we go somewhere else. So we're going to go somewhere else. 5. Oh, that's just as bad. The 5 puts us right here. So this minion spotted us. So it turns into a raid minion. Oh, come on. We have 3 raid minions now. Okay. That brings us to the end of that. Now we're going to roll for the Guardian. And I rolled a 17. So the second Guardian is spawning. And whether you pass or fail the roll, this always moves down. So it's only going to move down one more time. And yes, Guardian level 1. Begin. Magnus. So I don't know what the X2 means. Oh, you get 2 of them. I see. So you get 300 times 2. Interesting. Okay, well, Magnus it is. Oh, I'm having component malfunctions like I can't even describe here. All right, here we go. All right, come on, Magnus, where are you? It's one of the biggest stands that you can possibly find, and that took me that long to find. Okay, so we get out a purple. Let's see where he spawns. What's interesting is a lot of the spawn points are occupied right now. 4. So that would be where the knight is. So I gotta look up again. What happens if they spawn somewhere that's already taken? Okay, the rulebook doesn't say. But here's the deal. Let's say you had a minion population of 18, which, by the way, is an insane amount of minions. But let's say it was an 18. There's only 8 spawn points. So if they're all spawning at once, you're going to have to deal with them coming in. So I think that the Guardian is going to spawn in next to our knight, and our knight's in a lot of trouble. So, and there's not even a skill set that lets our knight be powerful. So he's going to spawn in next to our knight, and so he spots the knight. And then basically what happens is we got to get these tracking tokens. So, for example, this 6 is going to go on the knight. And then we put the 6 on Magnus, and it's basically showing that Magnus is tracking that hero. So he's gunning for the knight right now. This blows. Definitely a twist in a bad direction. So that event was not fun, Roger. And so the Guardian spawned in. Now the heroes take their turn. The Guardian, by the way, does not attack until it's its turn. So that part is still good. Okay, we start at number 1, which is the Knight. Okay, the Knight is next to that Guardian, and I'm looking real quick. The Scepter, the Bow, and it looks like Magic for the 3. So the Knight gets at least +1 for the Scepter and Bow, and then the Magic is 0. He only has 1 weapon, so he's not going to be super good at fighting this boss. However, he does have the Protector skill, so for some essence spending, he can absorb 2 damage from the boss, and it's for anybody who's adjacent. So one of the things you can do is you can run into an empty chamber. If you run into an empty chamber, see this little number here? See how it says 17 in this chamber? So let's say that this was empty. He could run in there, and if he passes an evade check of 17, he basically, it's like ducking away from the monster. And so the Guardian will lose the tracking, and you can basically elude the tracker. I think this is where you use the hide skill. So that's where the hide skill comes in instead of the evade, because you're not evading, you're hiding. I'm sorry. But the problem is the Knight's hide skill is 0. He's not meant to hide inside of rooms. So the only other thing I can do for him is we got to get our heroes to the Knight ASAP to help the Knight, get out of its predicament. So that means our idea of going after the mystery chamber needs to be put on hold. But that's fine. We have a couple raiding folks that are going to be a problem. And the only other thing is that the Paladin did create another raider over there, but that particular guy is susceptible to the sword attack. So if the Paladin had to pick somebody to be next to, that is the right one. But bear in mind that it is the Knight of the Undead, so he does get a bonus. So, okay, so with all those things said, I think what I need to do is I'm going to start running towards my rest of my party. And yes, the Guardian is going to hunt him down. The Guardian will probably attack him. There's nothing I can do about that part. I just need to run to the rest of the party so that way I could help with the battles. Now, the Paladin ability can be done at any time, even if it's not his turn. And it works on anybody who's adjacent. So if I can run away with the Paladin, his turn's over. Never mind. I was going to say the rest of the party can run up next to the Paladin. And then let's say this Guardian comes and attacks. He could use his ability, but he can use it anyway. So I thought myself out of my own logic loophole there. I think we're running. Run, right? We're going to be Forrest Gump here. Going to run. All right, I'm doing both actions is running. So that's an 8 plus a 4 is 12 movement points. So let's make it so. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So he's at least down with the other heroes. And that guy, by the way, gets 3 quarters of move. He's going to make it. No problem. It's actually he's going to use all 3 of his movement points to get there, but he'll make it. So I didn't move far enough away, is what I'm trying to say. It is what it is. Okay, his turn's over already. And he wanted to do some mining, fat chance of that. We're going to go to player 2, which is the Cleric. The Cleric was not hurt. I do not need to roll for movement because I just need to move 1 space. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to move one space up, and then I'm going to try to kill this thing, and then I'm going to turn around and try to kill that thing. Okay? So let's do this particular monster first. It only has 1 life left. Okay? And really, we're just rolling. I'm going to use these 3 skills in those exact order to determine this. So the magic is first, and the chaos is second, and the scepter is third. Well, she's for sure attacking with the scepter, and then she's going to attack with the magic. So that's going to be our situation, and both of her weapons do +1 damage. So no worries there. I still like the fact that he designed this so we can just roll all the dice at once. All right, I see a lot of 1s. That's not good. All right, so we got an 8 on the magic. We needed an 11. She only gets a +1, so we failed. So she takes a damage. And then for the chaos, she got a 13. She subtracts 2, which makes it 11. She exceeded the 10, so she passed the defense there. And then she only got a 5 here, but she gets to add 5 because of her skills and her weapon. So that puts her to a 10, which is enough to do 1 damage. So we killed the minion. And thank goodness, if we would have failed, that would have blown. All right, so pushing the dice aside. Pushing these aside. We need a 19 to be able to get any loot from this thing. Oh, right there was the 20, but instead we get a 2. Okay, so this thing doesn't drop anything. He just dies. Goodbye. Okay, so I still have a move left, so let's do that. I have a 3, and she gets 2 for 5. So what I was thinking is we were going to go up and attack this thing, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is just going to guarantee that she gets attacked. She may still get attacked, but I don't know if I want to rush into it. I think I want to just stay right where I am. So then the question becomes, okay, well, can I, explore a room, anything like that? And the answer is not really. So I think for her second turn, she's just going to rest. There's not even a rest action, so we're just going to pass. We're not going to move. And just stay right where we are. I could move backwards a little. Yeah, let me do that. I'm going to move at least 2 spaces backwards because this thing is going to come through here and then it's going to have to come out here. So we're going to stand in its way. So all that stands between life and liberty is a woman and her scepter. All right. Her turn's over. 3. That's the archer, which is now way down here. So for our first action, we're going to move. And that's a 4 plus a 3 is 7. And I'm going to do a little bit of back and forth here. But for the first one, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then stop and get this treasure chest. Okay? So let's draw. We got a Tome of Knowledge. You throw open the lid, reveal the Tome of Knowledge. When activated, the hero may instantly level up. Following the same procedure as leveling up on Celebration Day, discard after use. If a hero is level 3, this may be turned in for 5 life force. This card may be traded between heroes. So I get to instantly level up. Does that mean that I still have to spend the life force though? Because it costs 4 life force to level up. That is a good question. I will see what I can find. Okay, so regarding leveling up. We are on the level 1 quest. The heroes are not allowed to go up to level 2, even though there is this option for them to spend 2 actions to level up. Here's the deal. It costs 4 life points to level up, normally. So when we finish this level 1 quest and we get to go to Celebration Day, that's the first time heroes are allowed to go to level 2. And then after the second Celebration Day, that's the first time heroes are allowed to go to level 3. So you're not allowed to level up past your current quest level in a normal situation. It is possible when you go to Celebration Day that you don't have enough life force to level up, because it's 6 times 4. You need 24 life force to level up all 6 guys. So then what it basically lets you do is if you have the 4 life force, you can level up in the dungeon, but it costs both of your actions. So there's that action that's available, but you're not allowed to use it to level up past your limit. So right now, we are not allowed to level up to level 2. However, the rulebook says very specifically that there are special ways to level up. This is one of them, and this allows you to break the rule. So you're allowed to level up beyond your normal ability. So you may instantly level up. Following the same procedure as leveling up on Celebration Day. So this language right here tells me it costs 4 life points, because that's how much it costs on Celebration Day to level up. So we're going to have to hold on to this because we don't have 4 life points right now. And but we are allowed to use it right away, and I can actually give it to somebody else if I want. And I'm allowed to level up somebody so they can become level 2 right now. And that is awesome sauce because we can, try to level up like, the hunter is actually a really good idea because the hunter already has some good items. Or we can level up our rogue because the rogue is holding on to a weapon that can only be used at level 2. So there's some pretty nice options we have here. But for now, though, I can't use it because I don't have the life force points to spend. And going to make sure that it really is 4 life points. Because we have 3, we just don't have 4. And page 34 is where you want to go. Yeah, it costs 4. I wish it was written. Is it written on the card somewhere? Nope, it isn't. It should be. And I mean, just to give you a perspective, if we went to level 2, the number of hit points would go from 9 to 12. So that goes up. And then you can see that, they go up 1 on this. And this gets a little better. Everything actually goes up. This doesn't change. So these 2 don't change, but all 4 of these went up by +1. And then this got better. That's better. That one's better. Yeah, and then the agility gets way better. So it's significant. I think it's actually leveling up is good. Some games leveling up is like meh. There's nothing much to say. All right, so we have to hold on to it for now. We don't have the 4 life points. Okay, so next thing I want to do is I want to move, and now I want to come back and check out this mining. So I got a 3, and then I get to add 3 more. So that's 6. I'm not going to get there. So I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 this way, or I can go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 that way. Either way works. And you sort of have to go around anyways because there's a wall here. So that's what I'll do. And we wanted the dog to go and hand in the quest. Yeah, so I think I still want that. So let's activate the dog. So I got a 5 plus 6, that's 11. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The dog is out. Okay, we're going to hand in the 2 bottles of wine. And let me... I'll just put it here for now. Okay, so we handed the 2 bottles of wine, and we're actually going to hand in this quest, the Baron's wine. So we get all kinds of good stuff. We're going to get 8 life force points. So now we have enough to level up. So 3, 6, 7, 8. That's fantastic. And then we're going to get 400 gold, which is nothing to cry about. And the other good thing about that is that's going to give us some breathing room to buy some more stuff. 1, 2, 3, 400 gold, and all that goes on our dog. So it would have been nice if we activated the dog first, because then the archer could have leveled up right away, but that's fine. And the dog gets to keep going now. So we're still in the village. We could try to buy something for that 400 gold, or we could... I was thinking we can pick up the Tome of Knowledge and move it around, but I don't know how important that is. I mean, giving the rogue the ability to use her level 2 weapon is nice. The archer being level 2 is quite nice just on its own. So with the 400 gold, let's see what we can get. This is good for 300. Obviously that's helpful because our soldier doesn't have a good sword. This one lets us do a socket, but we're nowhere near having minerals for anything. That's never a bad thing. These are all good. Every one of these. That one would help. They all help. So the weapons, of course, being 200. So I could theoretically buy the 2 weapons and then give them out to the various people. Or I just hold on to the gold because we never know when we're going to need elixirs, and maybe buy some more healing potions. And torches. I don't know the answer. So I think what I might do is I might have my archer, because she might be able to mine soon, right? And rather than insisting on moving my guy across the map, which, although he is halfway here, I don't know. There's a part of me that's like, you know what, hold on to the money, because 400 is not that much. And yeah, these items are nice, but I'm going to spend 100 for a torch and 100 for a healing potion. We're going to do that. And I'll leave these things here. Let's get a torch and a healing potion. And we'll have Ubu carry those. And then let's come back into the dungeon. And that's 5 plus 6 is 11. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're going to hand the torch to the knight. And the healing potion to the knight since he's being tracked by the guardian. And then we're going to start running towards the archer for 10, 11. And what I'm thinking, I'm going to get the pickaxe too. Let's get another pickaxe going. So yes, I'm going to go give the archer the pickaxe And then I'm going to take the archer's Tome of Knowledge, and we're going to give it to probably the rogue. So that way the rogue could use her weapon. That's probably the best use of a level 2 right now. And so yes, he's carrying a pickaxe to the rogue. Probably should have gone to the archer. I probably should have gone to the archer first, but that's okay. All right. Next is number 4. We need to do the wizard. So where is the wizard? Okay, yeah, the wizard here is here in the Ancient Depths. So we could still try to do this mystery chamber here. What we want to do is gang up on the Guardian, but the Guardian has to move towards us, which isn't going to happen until the end of the round. We don't have enough movement points to get to the Guardian. So I think what I'm going to do is we're going to spend an essence and try to go into the mystery chamber. The problem, oh yeah, he's got good essence, so he's down to 6 essence. And yeah, we're going to rally the rogue to come with him. And so both of them are going to try to go into that mystery chamber, and we're going to take on a level 2 monster. So this is his movement. It's a 4. Plus 2 is 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's not enough. And then a 4 plus 2 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He made it into the chamber. And then for her, it's a 2 plus 4 is 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And again, she made it into the chamber as well. So both of them made it into the chamber where the mystery chamber is. And yeah, let's take on a level 2 bad guy. Oh, come on. Oh, it's a dual monster chamber. Okay, here's the first one. A skeleton warrior. Well, we got some good attacks there. So 1, 2, 3, and then let's roll. So I rolled a 3, so that means this one's first. Then a 1, so it's going to be in that order. All right, we're going to attack with our wizard. We're going to attack with our rogue. And then for the sword, the rogue gets a -2, the wizard gets a -3. But the rogue does not have another, so the wizard's going to do the attack. And the wizard is using the healing potion, because as you may recall, he only had 1 health. I forgot to do that last turn. So the wizard is up to full 8 health. And yeah, the wizard might take some damage here. This guy's got 5 life points, so that's not very helpful to us. But we're going to get some life force from him if we defeat him. So green, purple, and then the dreaded red. Oh, he's undead, so he gets +3 to everything. Oh, you suck. Okay, so the green is 7. We need 11. He gets to add 3, which just cancels the event. And then he gets to add 2 more. Oh, the wizard missed. So the wizard is going to take 1 damage. Goes down to 7. Now we go to the rogue, who rolled a 10, needs a 13. And the rogue gets a +3, but that +3 is negated because of this stupid event. This event is going to kill us. Oh, this event sucks. So the rogue takes 2 damage. This was a hit and this was a hit without the event. And then we got a 12, minus 3 is 9. He takes another hit. We still have another champion to go, folks. Oh, this was a horrible decision. I may have to call the game. I'm going to lose 2 heroes. Oh, they're awful rolls, too. This is a ship. That's an awful roll. That's a miss. This is another miss. And another miss. So 2 damage to each of them. The rogue is almost dead. And here we go. It's a 9. That one finally hits. So we do 1 damage to this guy out of 5. Okay, then we have an 11. So the one thing I was able to do was give this to the wizard, which would give him a +1. That helps a little, but I mean that's not helping with this roll. So the rogue just died, and then this is another hit on the wizard. I'm going to do something that I don't normally do. As you know, this game takes hours and hours to play. Both of my guys are going to die. I mean, the wizard did 1 damage to him. This event where he gets a +3 is just destroying me. I mean, we drew an undead, and the next one would not have been an undead, so we would have fared a lot better against him. But he destroyed us. We clearly aren't going to lose the game, but with 2 heroes getting killed, we're going to go up 2 on the terror track. Let's say I tried to evade, right? So I'm going to try to get out, right? I need a 12. Maybe I rolled enough to get out, right? So let's say I rolled a 12 with both of my guys. I got out. Well, he's a level 2, so he's going to raise the incantation twice. That means the town's going to get the terror level to go up anyways, because he's going to put a hex on the town. And then he's going to put 2 more on the incantation track, which is going to put us right next to... So the terror track would have gone up maybe 1 less if we successfully evaded. But no matter what, it's going up. So I'm going to declare that I'm losing this game, and then I would have to call it. Well, this isn't the kind of game where you can just call it and then start over, and within a half hour, you're back to where you were. I mean, there's hours and hours we'd have to play to get back to this. So what I'm going to do is I'm retconning. And I apologize, but for the sake of the video and for the sake of the playthrough, let's just assume I wasn't this stupid. So I'm going to go back to here and to here, and we're going to redo our turns. And the commitment I'm making is I'm leaving that room alone from here on out. I'm not going to go into that room anymore until level 2. That's the only thing I can do to try to retcon this. So I don't remember what my movement points were, but it was like 6 and 6, I think, for both of them. It doesn't matter which hero. I'll just do the rogue's turn separately. But the first thing I would do is 1, 2, 3, 4, and then just get the treasure chest, right? I mean, why would I not want to do that? So let's do that for our first one. Oh, of course. Each hero within the affected area must test of the quadrant must test willpower 18. On a fail, roll 1d10 and that much essence is lost. Heroes within chambers are safe. Well, that's not good. So it affects 3 heroes, in fact, and they would lose essence. Okay. Well, no. Look, it's in this chamber, or this quadrant. There's no heroes in that quadrant. We're fine. Oh, that we got so lucky. All right, and then for my next movement, I'm just going to help. We're going to help this guy because we got to take on the Guardian, right? And then same with her. You know, what's she going to do? Well, we could try to take out a level 1 monster for some experience, but her weapon sucks now because she doesn't have the ability to use that level 2 weapon. So she's not as good as she was. In fact, I want this one to actually be over here and this one to be over here. And the reason being is for the dog purposes. So yeah, we're not going to do anything on this turn is what I'm saying. We could get some skills, right? Because we got 8 life force points. We're going to use 4 to level somebody up. But I still have 4 plus 3 is 7. I still have 7 left. So let's see if maybe 2, 3. Nope, we would have needed to use both of our movement to do what we just did. So I was thinking maybe we could do an enlightenment. But you know what? I just retconned. I'm not going to push it. I'm just going to make them both move and do nothing else. And I know some folks get really, I don't know, they get really triggered at the idea of a retcon like this. Look, it's a solitaire game. It's our first time ever playing it. You're going to make decisions that probably weren't smart. And this game just takes so long to set up and do. I'm not going to, a retcon is appropriate here. We could try to play it out with the terror level going up to 8 out of 12. But remember, we're only on quest level 1 out of 3. We still got a lot of game ahead of us. And the terror level being that high is just, it's too high. Okay, so that's, last thing is our paladin. And the paladin was well on his way to a happy life, but then he got vortexed up to there. So we're going to have to fight that grunt. And that grunt gets a +3 to everything because of the event. And that is going to make life hard. But we get a +6 to our skill. So, but it means that grunt's going to hit us. And that part's not very fun. All right, so here's the information for the grunt. I don't need to roll for my movement, but I am going to roll to, basically I'm going to move to where I'm on the mine. So, because it's a free action to explore this part, it's not a mining site. So then I'm just going to stand there and then we're going to attack that guy. Actually, I can keep moving. So I'm going to move to here because I want to go to that treasure chest. So that's what I'm going to do. So that would have cost 1, 2, 3, 4. That would have cost 5 movement. So let's make sure I had enough movement points. I get a +2 to whatever I roll. Of course not. I only got a 3. So that means I would have had to end my movement here. Okay. So I didn't get to be optimal. That's okay. All right. So the 3 phases. We have the sword, we have the dagger, and it's all 3 of these. So the dagger is first, the sword is second, and this is third. Okay? The paladin has 2 weapons. One of them is the awesome sauce weapon, okay? So we get a +3, and so we're definitely going to use that for the sword phase. This other one doesn't really do anything to help us, but it'll do 1 damage if I can somehow succeed, okay? The paladin is, we're definitely going to attack. The skeletal grunt has shield deflect skill. For each successful warfare roll a hero makes where it would take damage, it rolls a 1d20 If he rolls a 16 to a 20, he cancels all damage done to him. Okay, so which two are we going to use? He is undead. He's going to get awesome bonuses to his stuff. Here you can see we get a -3, so we're going to defend this one. We'll attack that one. And of course, we're going to attack that one. Okay? So that's his situation. So these two are the attacks. This one's with the +2 weapon. And remember, we always have these tokens. If you're really that concerned, this phase 2 attack would go on the weapon that has the +2 damage. This phase 3 attack would go on the other weapon. And then you would just do that for phase 1. We're sort of skipping all that stuff just for time. Save some time. And I think mentally we can handle the gymnastics of that. Okay. Red, purple, and green. All right. So I need to roll really well when he's getting a +3 to everything. So we got a 9, which would have been enough to evade. But it's not, because we get a -3. So we're going to take 1 damage from this. So he's down to 9 health. And then the red, we got an 11. We need 10. But I get a +3 net. I get +6 actually, but he subtracts 3 of them. So we do hit, and we hit with our +2 weapons. We did 2 damage, and that's enough to kill him. So we didn't even have to resolve this. Would this have hit? That was an 8. It would not have hit because of this weird event. I needed a 11. So I really would have missed. So I got lucky. My 2 damage weapon saved us. And now we get to roll the D20. And we need a perfect 20. And I got a 9. So nothing there. We don't get anything. So a minion. The big thing with this guy is that he was a raiding minion. So we had to take him out. Otherwise, we were very happy with him. He was just patrolling this nowhere zone. I still have an action left, so let's keep moving. That's 6 movement points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we're going to get the treasure while we're up there. And we explored a mining site. I mean, he actually had a very productive turn, if you think about it. So that's good. Let's draw the treasure card and hope it's better than the mask, and it is. We get 500 gold. Woo! That's more like it. I like pizza, Steve. Okay, 500 gold for Mr. Paladin. And his turn comes to an end. So that brings us to the very end. So now we go to the monster phase. So this round's taking a bit longer. We're doing a full hour on this one. Okay, first things first. I know it's a little off camera, but I gotta shift everything down. So let me do that. Okay, we have to spawn a minion because we always need to have 5. In fact, we need to spawn 2 minions. So here's minion 1. It's another skeletal grunt. A blue one this time. And it goes to 6, which is right here. All right, and then the next one is another viper. And it's blue. All right, and he goes to 2, which is way over here somewhere. Right there. All right, and then I'm going to just put the camera down. I'm going to put these cards in the queue. Okay, so that's done, and now everybody's going to activate. So the cultist is way up there in the corner. So we're gonna activate her first. And we need the D10, this, and this. So let's go. So we're safe. 2 plus 2 is 4, and then blue. So let's see what she does. Just gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. And she's heading basically around the corner there. There's a treasure chest back there if we could ever get to it. That's a hard location. Next is the orc. Safe. 3 plus 2 is 5, and blue. The orc is here. 1, and then he's going to turn right back around. 2, 3, 4, 5. So he's going to go that way, and then come back around. Okay. Next is Razorfang, which is our guardian. So we're going to roll for him. He rolled an orange. Razorfang is here, so he's going to come choo-choo to there. And then he still has 2 more movement. So now he's doing green. And the green goes back to there. And then he's doing green again. So he basically moved back to there. Okay. Next is the Raider. The Raider. So all we need is just to roll movement for this one. I rolled a 2, and it gets 3 more for 5. So it's this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there was no need for me to go backwards. He didn't even make it to me. Next is Magnus, who is hunting the hero. So there's nothing he needs to do, except he has to spend 1 movement point to get onto the spawn. The next movement point takes him to the end. And then the 3rd movement point takes him to fight us, which he's going to do right there from the edge. So he's going to attack the knight. The knight is not allowed to rally. This is a defense situation. However, I am going to spend 1 essence for the knight that gives me a counterattack. And I already broke one of these sliders. Look at that. Already broken. So that becomes a 6. And I have every reason to believe that I'm going to spend 1 more to protect against damage when this thing hits me. But for now, we're at a 6. And let's grab his card. So we have scepter, magic, and bow. The bow is first, the magic is second, and the scepter is third. All right. He's going to do 2 damage on these 2. 1 damage on that one. The knight has a lowly sword that does 1 damage back. This thing has 8 health. He does not have... He gets a +1 for the scepter, +1 for the range, and a minus... or a 0 for the green. So he's not hurting, but we only get to attack 1 of the phases. So we're going to do the whichever one's the lowest number. So this one gives us a +1. So we'll try that, and we're going to defend these 2. And then I'm going to spend essence to absorb damage with this protector ability. And we have a green arrow, so we could use it as many times as we want. It's just that you're going to use up all your essence really fast. But that's fine. This is a 16. So from a bow perspective, we defended. This is a 9 and a 5, that's 14. We defended. And this is an 8. The one area where we were able to attack him and we failed. We do get to add one more, so it becomes a 9, but it's not enough. So we take 2 damage, but I'm just going to lower my essence by 1 to absorb it, so he doesn't actually take the damage. So that's done. There's just one battle when you're in the hallways like this. And I'm going to leave this card here because I have a feeling we're going to fight it again soon. So now we're going to do the skeletal grunt. 1, 2, and 3. Skeletal grunt turns into a raider. And so this doesn't matter. And he's going 4 plus 2 is 6. So let's put a raid token on him. And the skeletal grunt is here. He's right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's heading right out the door, and I don't know if we can stop him. So that blows. I mean, that's part of the game that I'm not sure I'm very thrilled with. There are certain spots where they're just right next to it, and if they decide to go into raid mode, you're screwed. So, and then the last one. We have a 4, and then it's a plus. Can't even read that part. So it's 8 movement points along pink. And I think pink is this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Blue. 8. Okay, so we got a raider gone wild. Yeah, there's nothing I can do about that raider. I'm way too far away. Yeah, that hurts. And he got a +2, yeah. My only hope is he rolls low. Okay, that brings us to the end of the round. We're an hour. So I think I'm going to call this. Thanks for watching. Stay awesome and healthy and safe. And we'll see you in the next turn.